Hey, what's up? Siri Emerald here. How you guys doing today? This setup here. Always technical difficulties. Always technical difficulties. One moment. I think I know what I'm doing by now. How are you guys doing today? Let's get my live feed going on over here so I can see what's happening. There we go. Beautiful. All right, so nothing's come in. Seems like a dozen figures have been released worldwide and not delivered here. I'm waiting on Black Panther. I'm waiting on Killmonger. I'm waiting on Hulkbuster 2. I'm waiting on... I don't even remember now. Just a list of them. And nothing, you know. Everybody and their brother has them, and Sideshow, Big Bad Toy Store have not released them yet. So I'm still plugging away at what I got. NKSG, how you doing, man? Yeah, I seen that. The Mark 85. I mean, you mean the Mark 50? Mark 85? What? They announced the Mark 85? Get out. Let's go over here to Hot Toys. I seen them drop the 50. Noble, how you doing, man? Hot Toys definitely has a new item up. It's not loading yet. Pay for unbelievable internet speed and using the computer to handle it. I don't see it here. Let me look over here. The Mark 50 is, I don't know if that's what you're referring to as the Mark 85, or if you're talking about a new one like the Nano, not the Nano, the, what do they call the Ant-Man? The Quantum Realm suit? Is that the one you're talking about? Everything's running slow over here. I don't see anything. Oh, wait, what's this? I think that's the concept art Mark 46. Is it? 50, 60, 70, 85. Oh my God, are you kidding me? What? What? Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Well, I should have got up earlier. Look at this thing. Now, why in the world do they jump to 85? Isn't that crazy? That's gorgeous. Holy cow. Well, I'll definitely be making a an upload video on that. Sheesh. But yeah, Mark 50 dropped, I guess, over in the rest of the world. So those of you who live over there and not here should be having your Mark 50s available to you soon. Rick, how's it going, man? Hot Toys updated in-game day today. Amazing. Yeah, NKSG just informed us that the Mark 85 is at a Hot Toys site, so I will be making a video on that. I'm just having some, let me close this. It's not going to pop up here evidently. So that's exciting. Very exciting, actually. Give you a heads up where I am on this. If you remember from last week, I was needing to put a belt on him, and I was going to swap out the buckles. So this buckle was just totally blacked or grayed out. I don't know if you guys have this figure. I don't know how many of y'all got this figure. I, of course, got this figure, obviously. And as I was stating before, in the movie, when you're watching the movie, everything is soot covered except for the buckle. The buckle still remained bright and shiny and very visible. So I found a buckle, a whole belt on eBay, and I bought it. And I didn't really pay much attention to it. I was thinking I was going to be buying the Deadpool 2 belt buckle, but I didn't. I bought the regular Deadpool belt buckle, and that's fine. And it's because I was looking at a bunch of them, and I just clicked one of the ones that was available. There's many of them that were for sale. But the Deadpool 2 one is shinier, it's chromer. If you guys have those figures, you know what I'm talking about. So this is the Deadpool 1. And at first it kind of bothered me. I was like, ah, man, I really wanted a shiny one. But then I was like, well, you know, I don't know. I haven't gone back and looked at the video, the movie yet, again. But I assume, though, even with the soot, maybe the shine would have been knocked off of it. Anyhow, it works. I love it. This looks a lot better, in my opinion, than the black one, because it wasn't black in the movie. It was, you could still see it perfectly clear. And he needed a belt. The belt he came with was this plastic one that was just all red. And it didn't fit what I was going for. I was going for a little more MCU-ness in this. And there's several renditions of Kid Deadpool. They're all very similar. They all carry the same feel, more or less. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow more or less the MCU guidelines to some degree in regards to that. So where I need to do on this, I've got this piece finished, which was on his chest on the Gentle Giant Deadpool bust. So I've got that carved off of that. This is what's left of that bust, by the way. If you remember, if you were here from last week, that's what's all that's left of that entire bust, is I cut everything off of it. I'm going to probably use that somewhere. So I'm going to glue this on to this fabric. My question to you guys is, this is like a polystone resin or something that this is manufactured out of, like a lot of statues are. What do you think is the best glue to attach this to this fabric right here? Do I want to use a super glue? Do I want to use a hot glue? Do I want to use a fabric glue? I don't know. And anything that you guys can share with me in regards to that would be great, because I'm going to glue it right in the middle of his chest here in such of a manner, something to this effect here. And that's how that will go, like that. Also, what I did as well was on the little belt that came with this figure, the plastic belt had that little Deadpool image on it. So as I put the new belt on it, I glued that little plastic Deadpool image onto that belt. So this is the MCU Deadpool belt, and I took off of it the black magazine clips and the large brown pouch, because well, he doesn't have much room for much else. So that's what I did with that. So he's almost done. I need to do something with this neck. He's going to have a black collar there. The clothes are going to have to be fitted a little bit better. Put a black collar around the gloves with a little black patch on the back. Glue this on, and he's done in regards to that. The other thing that I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do is on these little sabers here. As you notice, I've had to carve the hand off of them. You know, there's actually grooves in that handle, and I'm debating whether or not to put the grooves back in the handle. Also, there's supposed to be little tassels hanging from these, so I need to attach tassels to it. And he has on the back of his neck as well the string for that. So I'm not decided if I'm putting the grooves back in this or not. I might. I might not. I don't know. Depends on how much work I think it'll be involved in regards to that. Also, I need to do something. Like I said, I got to do something about this neck I think I'm gonna put some filler in it, maybe sand it down. I don't know. The head and neck will pop out and pop back in, but I don't want to just do it just for the sake of doing it. It's not going to be an easy process, because again, we're talking about a polystone head glued to this little plastic neck going into the plastic body, and I don't want to. This is going to be your weakest point where this polystone matches this plastic. I don't want to muck with that too much. No more than I absolutely have to. So then my kid Deadpool will be done. I ordered the Motu He-Man, or whatever it is, the blue one. And that's going to be my champion pool when that comes. I'm going to do some work on that. Also, I have a Neanderoid Deadpool coming, which will be my chibi Deadpool. So, keeping the Deadpool spirit alive over here. Hopefully my video here, my computer here will caught up to the Mark 84. Oh, what in the world? Holy cow! What? Oh, this thing is insane. Let me turn the video on it so you guys can look at it with me. This is insane. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. What am I going to do here? Let's get this over here. Y'all can watch this with me. Holy cow. It's not a video. No, just the Hot Toys site. This is insane. What in the world? Can y'all see that? What in the world? Oh my God. That's a nice sculpt. Look at the detail on that. It looks a little mucky though. They could have made it a little more better. Maybe that'll get fixed. I like that though. It looks very organic. What do we got? So it still looks very similar to the Mark 46 in that regards. It's like the Mark 46 became perfection. I'm digging the sculpt, man. Looks a little beefier. Let's see what page that was. I don't know why they called it 85. Is that what they are in the comics? Are they 85 now in the comics? Ultimate Iron Man or whatever it is? I wonder why these aren't loading. Look at that. Jeez. This movie, man. God, this movie. We're down to the wire. We're down to the last 30 days. It's coming quicker than not. Oh man, look at this. Jeez, what a beauty, man. What a beauty. Well. Well. Thanks for up on that, man. Of course, I would have seen it sooner or later. After I got done with this, I would have hopped on. I just got up. Literally, my schedule is get up, get this started, then check in with the rest of the world. Sometimes though in the middle of the night, I like to check on the Hot Toy site, see if anything dropped. Now obviously it did last night. Let's see. Yeah, I watch Keyboard Warrior. Let's see. And new in-game Thanos 2 review. Okay. So, the only thing I have, which is nothing really, and this, because I already have a warrior and a commander up. I do have this. It's not 1/6 scale related at all, but it's my the MP10 Transformer Bumblebee, Masterpiece Bumblebee. So I don't know. I guess we'll just go over this Chitauri Commander. If you were to buy the two pieces, you would get the exact same thing, except in this, I think you get like one extra gun or something. And the Commander and the Warrior are still available. And I don't know. I think you guys have heard me say before, in my opinion, that they were going back in time. And it definitely seems that that's definitely the case that they're doing. Only a little different than what I had speculated the way they were doing it. Looks like they'll be using PIMS technology to do it through the quantum realm. And so I have a feeling that possibly these guys will be back in play again. And yeah, here it is. I think it's these two pieces right here in the middle that are the different pieces from getting these separate, which is the way you can buy them brand new. For instance, Big Bad Toy Store has them on sale, these two pieces brand new, compared to buying this complete set, are these little pieces right here. But you need bad guys. They don't make a lot of the bad guys. They plan to make a lot of the bad guys. They show us the bad guys, and the bad guys don't get made that often. But if you don't have bad guys, you don't have any reason for good guys. Although it's funny, they'll make comments in the comics and in the movies that the bad guys were created because of the good guys. And it is interesting when you think about that. Sometimes the bad guys are created because of the good guys. But we get this is, I mean, literally, this is identical. Both the Chitauri Commander and the Chitauri Warrior come with the same additional stuff, same base, all of this little signs, everything. So this is literally a 2-pack of each of the single packs, and each of these packs, Commander versus the Warrior, come with the same stuff. I think the Commander comes with the bomb that they set off, whereas the Warrior does not, if I remember correctly. One of them comes with the bomb, one does not. And then, of course, there's a different color of each of these guys. One is kind of a grayish, and the other one is kind of a bluish, or something to that effect. They're different colored. So this is the, I'm gonna hold the hands up here. So these hands are, they're the identical configured hand, but this is the Chitauri Commander's hand, and this is the Chitauri Warrior's hand. So this is kind of a bluish or gray. This is kind of a brownish gray. And then, of course, the helmet is a little different. And with the 2-pack, you get these guys, which I don't remember them coming with the individual sets. So, and you get an extra hand. This is for the Chitauri Commander hand. So you get an extra hand. So they have 3 fingers and 2 thumbs. They have 5 appendages on their hand like we do, but Marvel gave them 2 thumbs and 3 fingers. Very interesting. And you get these right here. This is part of the Chitauri Commander and Warrior set. So this is this folded. It's the same piece, just unfolded. And I didn't see any instruction manual. What in the world did I do with my instruction manual? But if you haven't picked up these bad guys yet, I recommend, I mean, if you're collecting the Marvel Avengers or the series or whatever, you have to have a bad guy for them to fight. You really do. It's my personal opinion on that. Yeah, here's the little bomb detonation device. It doesn't light up or anything. There doesn't seem to be a front and a back. Doesn't even seem to be a top and a bottom. Pretty much identical any way you want to hold it. And where I have these guys at currently is standing around Thanos. Each one of these guys comes with an additional pair of hands. So you have the relaxed hands, and then you have gripping hands for gripping whatever it is that you're going to be gripping. So this one is for holding the bomb, and this will be for holding this forearm weapon. And if I remember correctly, you remove the hand and this plugs into the arm as the hand if you have them using this. I'm just going to get them off the shelf over here and show you to them. But this is the additional hand that they include with this set because of this rifle. And then you get the removable mask, and the commander's mask is different than the warrior's mask. And I'll show you that in a minute. I'm going to get them right off of the shelf over here. What I don't have on the shelf are the bases. So I'm going to take these out so you can see these. They're pretty cool. If you're looking for a base that has like rubble on it, this is definitely Hamzia. How you doing, man? This is definitely a base for you for that. If you like a base with rubble, right here. Now here's the paperwork. So underneath the base, there's the Chitauri Commander instructions. And so here's the Chitauri Warrior instructions. So I've got instructions for them. So let me show you the debris that you get. You get bricks. They're pretty cool. I mean, if you want rubble or whatever, it definitely comes with rubble. You also get a road going that way sign. And you get a brick. Now, you know what's cool about this brick? In Deadpool 2, Deadpool says to Cable, hey, can I use your gun there or something to that effect? They're at the big battle at the end. They were trying to save Russell. And Cable's like, no. And Deadpool's like, I'll just use this brick then. And he picks up a brick. Here's a brick for Deadpool. And you get rubble. Like Barney rubble. Just some rubble that you can just toss about. So the Chitauri Commander Warrior set comes with 2 of these, identical to these. But each of them come with one whole set if you were to buy one of these guys. And this is the base for it. Again, rubble, which is great. You can pose anybody on the rubble. Really, anytime you want to pose somebody, rubble is good with these figures, or any figure, really. So, I mean, I think if you were to buy them right now off a Big Bad Toy Store, you're looking at maybe $250 for the 2 figures, something like that, or even less, because it's on their sale sheet. So anytime they're selling them on sales because they got extras for whatever reason for people that didn't buy them, because people don't buy the villains. But if you don't buy the villains, they're going to stop making the villains. And what do we want? We want Vulture for fact. And if Hot Toys doesn't see a reason to make Vulture, they're not going to make Vulture. It's like Crossbones. They teased us with the Crossbones. They didn't make the Crossbones because they're not selling these guys. So it's kind of like a give and take relationship that we have to have with them. If we want them to make the junk or the stuff or the collectible figures, we got to buy the ones that they're making. And I don't know, you know, I don't get any commission or kickback. Hot Toys isn't sending me a check every month or nothing like that. But I want them to make the products. I want the products. Comes with these really rare and hard to find backless lobster claws. So these allow the figure to be closer to the pole than the ones with the back. The back is further away from the pole. You don't have the back support, but it comes with 2 of these, and it comes with the clear rods, the plastic clear rods, which are cool. There are times when this is really what you want for your appearance. So let me go grab those real quick. Upper John, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. And these are PVC vinyl figures, by the way. I've not had my Hulkbuster 2 delivered to me yet, and from my understanding, he's PVC vinyl as well. Is there enough light on these that I can crank up the crank on my desk lamps? I need more light. You know, I want to what's that guy's name? So there's like Ronan that Hawkeye turns into, and then there's like Ronan the Accuser, right, from Guardians. And I mean, I want me a Ronin also. So here we have the 2 guys right here, and taking their helmets off can be done, but it's like pieces. It's like a 3-piece helmet. You have like the top and these 2 sides, and it ends up becoming a process. So let me just take the helmet out here. So I don't want to take those helmets off. Underneath, that's what their head looks like. Okay, and it's very limited in regards to articulation because this piece is connected. All right, so you can move it. Okay, but it's connected. All right, and there's the scene, you know, when they all do their little scream, and he takes off his mask to do that. And that can be recreated because, as I was saying, these helmets they're multiple pieces. It's not a single piece helmet. And I need to hit some light on this. That'd be better. That's why it's just announced Thanos Endgame, by the way. But Thanos also, I've seen the Mark 85. You mean like just right now they did? Jeez. I knew it. I knew this was coming, man. I knew it was going to be in a couple of weeks. A couple weeks ago. It's coming. It is coming. Winter's coming. Hot Toys website is completely over. Yeah, I can imagine. Yep, there it is. Cannot connect to the local host. Too many connections. You guys have shut down Hot Toys. Look at you. Look at what you did. You shut down Hot Toys. You guys are awesome. Oh my goodness. It's big, man. It's big. So here's the problem with that. It's going to generate a lot of excitement. The good thing is it's going to probably increase the value of some of these figures, and which is cool. A lot more people are going to discover the hobby or the obsession, however you want to look at it, which is amazing. What's going to happen also, though, there's going to be people who are going to buy multiples of these figures, like the Mark 85 or whatever, for instance, in anticipation of this going up, and then the market becomes oversaturated. So it's definitely a careful balance. So I caution you guys, buy the multiples if you really want the multiples. I'm not so certain that I would buy multiples in anticipation or in hopes that it becomes another Spider-Man Homecoming Mark 47 type of figure, or the Spider-Man Homecoming Spider-Man figure, where if you'd bought multiples, you'd be making bank right now, dropping those things at $800 a piece or whatever it's selling for. So I don't know. Remember, Hot Toys can make as many of these figures as they want, and they've proven to us that they will re-release a figure identical to the way that they made it years ago, that they more or less had pulled out of production. For instance, the Mark 43 and the Mark 44 Hulkbuster. Both of those totally have been reissued. Totally as a reissue. Not as a redo, like the Mark 42 Shanghai release came out with less features to it, or the armor was just a little less damaged or whatever, or like the Mark IV and the Mark VI when they re-released those, they came with less options. The Mark 43 and the Mark 44 that they've released, they even have the same MMS number. They didn't change nothing on them. So Hot Toys has already proven to us that their loyalty to making a limited edition figure is pretty much right out the window, because that Mark 43 was done like 2 years ago. There should not be any more of them. Whatever's out there should be what's out there. You can buy right now, this very moment, go to Big Bad Toy Store and buy a brand new Mark 43 that's on pre-order and will be sent to you in a matter of months. Brand new. The same one that I bought years ago. Now, I think it's a little bit more money than what I paid for it back then, but it just made mine the worth of a brand new one, or even less, because mine's used now. So I'm cautioning you guys on making your purchases. Be very careful. Don't get caught up in the hype and then finding yourselves, licking your wounds later. But at the same token, don't not buy multiples if that opportunity still arises where you can sell them for $800 or whatever shortly in that regard. So that's my rant on that. Buy what you want, which is always the rule. A lot of people ask, which figure should I buy? What should I collect? Buy what you want. Collect what you like. There's so many collections, as you guys know. I'm pretty sure the choir here, all of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. You can collect the Predators, you can collect Star Wars, you can collect, their little sidelines like Matrix and Back to the Future, the ones that don't have very many figures. I mean, you can go with the DC universe, the Marvel universe, and just really drop in there 100+ figures. I mean, how many Batmans are there? How many Stormtroopers between Sideshow and Hot Toys are there that are out there? 100, maybe? So there's no shortage of figures in that regards. So here's the Chitauri Warrior. Here's the Chitauri Commander. All right. And the faces are just a little different too. Little face masks are just a little different also. And let me take one of these apart. If you wanted to put it on his head without, because he takes his little mask off when they all do their little scream, you can do that. And so that would be the headpiece, and here would be, more or less the mask that he would take off. and do his little rah, and when Hulk screams at him and all that. And then even these pieces will come off again, because that's what separates the commander from the warrior. So that's that. And just as I was saying, the hand comes off. If you're using this firearm, you'll take off the hand and put this on there. Both of these guys come with one of those. And then on this deluxe set, again, you get a different weapon for the commander with a different hand. So this goes in here somehow, one way or the other. Let's see. So this is the left hand. So now I'm going to display two warriors and then the commanders, one holding his little tick, 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 and one holding this. And that's because this hand is the color of the commander. You really don't get this hand with this guy, warrior. So there you go. That's my unboxing. I've had this guy for months and months and months and months and months. I just hadn't taken him out of the box because I already had the warrior and the commander. So, and space is so limited, as you guys know. One of these days, when I'm rich, we'll buy some Detolfs or Detolf. Not sure which way is proper. Igor, right? Detolf, Detolf. One, I know that Thanos in-game helmet is removable, and the gauntlet looks so much movie accurate, gorgeous. So is the gauntlet like destroyed and burnt up? Because what it kind of looked like in the first in-game trailer that I've seen, and also actually kind of happened at the end of the movie too, it looked like the gauntlet has been fused to his hand, like as if he can't take it off. Is that what it looks like? Let's see, Hot Toys website now can be accessed again. Let's have a look. Of course, Sideshow and Big Bad Toy Store will not have this stuff up until next week because they're shut down for the weekend, so we won't be able to purchase it until then, or even know what a price is. I don't think that Toy Sapiens or their other Hot Toy sites. No, HDHK is still shut down for me. Cannot connect local hosts. You might have lucked into popping in there at a moment when somebody decided to leave, but I'm still locked out. Still locked out. Yeah, it's because we're all sitting around waiting to hop on the doggone thing. God, I mean, really, that tells you a lot. They're predicting that this end game is just going to break every record, and I believe that. And I'm excited about it. Scared and sad. My wife's like, so who's out? And I said, well, from my understanding, Chris Evans is out. He's done. From my understanding, Captain America's done. And also from my understanding, and again, this is just my understanding. I don't know for a fact. Robert Downey Jr. is once out also. So I have a feeling that no matter what, those guys are done. I may be wrong. I mean, I can't speak for them at all. But I have a feeling for a fact they're out. So this may be the last movie for that whole thing. So I want to go, if you guys ever seen, this is my Captain America Civil War watch. If you remember, Tony turned this into the hand that he fought Bucky with. And this is made by Tokyo something or other. And you can't buy them anymore. I mean, it came out years ago, 2012 or something to that effect, limited edition watch. And the bad thing about these things, they break. The circuit board inside of this is very fragile. In order for me to get this one that works and tells the time, is I had to buy 2 of them and salvage them in order to have one that functions. And I don't know if I can get the other one to function either, but it's really cool and I like it. I think in the movie the LEDs are red that he uses when he turns it into his little hand and opens up and everything. But Tokyo Flash is the name of the company that made these, and this one was called the Pimp something or other is what this one is. And it's pretty freaky how it shows it. I don't know if you guys can see or not. Let me get this up here. I'm a right-handed person, and you're supposed to wear your glove, your watch on your left hand if you're right-handed. But Tony wears this on his right hand, so I wear it on my right hand when I wear this. It's quite weird the way that it works. So I'm showing it to you upside down, but it's what you have is 6 dots with 10 rows or 12 rows, and they represent the hours and the minutes and the date and the month and all of that. And so when you press the button, that winds up, and then it will display on the first row how many hours it is, and then you add up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, or however many minutes it is. It takes a minute to look at it to figure out what time it is. It's cool. At nighttime, it has what's called pimp mode. At I think it's at 6 o'clock at night, and it does it for an entire 6 hours. Every minute or 3 minutes, I forget what the time frame is, for no reason at all, it'll just go, and it'll cycle up. It'll do this. It'll just do it for like no reason at all. And it does it like every 3 minutes for like 6 hours, which can be annoying. And I don't know if that can be turned off. And it's called like pimp mode or something like that, where it just does that. Anyhow, I love this. This is Tony's watch. It's the watch that they use in the movie. It's not from the movie, but they use this watch in the movie, and that's why I got it. It's cool. But it's a hassle to try to figure out. You have to count. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I haven't set this clock ahead for the time yet, but that way you can tell what it is. So that's what's going on. What's going on with you guys? Let's see over here. So I can't wait for my figures to come. By the way, have you guys seen that Fison made the 1/12 figure? And I was going to buy one. They're like, I don't know, 60 bucks or something like that. I don't have any need for it, so I decided not to buy one. But they made the pale body and the tan body of these 1/12 scale figures, and that's like the size of Marvel Select and stuff like that. So this is great for the guys that collect the regular action figures like that, because now they can take, you know, their female characters and interchange them onto a Fison body. Well, they also just announced like their Queen of Vampires figure for the 1/12. So she comes with accessories. 1/12 accessories is the point I'm getting at. But no, we won't see the Mark 85 and the Thanos, which I didn't know they had dropped either. I was just on the Hot Toys site. I should have kept it open instead of closing it out. So I don't have that. So what's going on with you guys? What are we going to talk about? Want to talk about any of the figures? I've seen a video this guy put up where he uses Novus plastic cleaner. Now, I've used that before, and I hadn't thought of that. he uses that to clean his Hot Toys figures, his Iron Men specifically, and it says it also repels dust because it has like an anti-static and keeps fingerprints off of it. So I'm gonna look into that, see about that. I'll probably in this next week, when I complete my Deadpool, or get closer to completing him, probably won't be done this next week. I'm going to, I need to fix those red panties. I bought the paint. I talked to you guys about it before. I think it's a TS74 clear red that you spray onto it. There's a lot of videos and a lot of opinions of people who have showed you how to fix the red panties. Most of them show you stripping them and then reapplying a paint, and I disagree with that. You don't want to strip it. I think you just want to spray it again. So I'm gonna try that. I think it's TS74 clear red made by Tamiya is the paint for that. I thought I had it sitting over here and I don't see it. I must have it out in the garage. I don't know where it is, but that's probably something I'll do in the interim, waiting on the figures to drop. And again, I don't know what's taking them so long. It normally takes like a month or two behind the day that they get announced or dropped in Asia over there, where you guys get your figures by the time they come over here. So like, where's Killmonger and where's Black Panther, and I think Thanos is dropped also now, and Hulkbuster too. I mean, all these figures have been out for a while, and I have nothing. I got nothing over here. We're in April now, and nothing. So let's see. The one that I seen in Instagram, that the gauntlet is not burned out, and Thanos got his double sword. Oh, one that looks like Darth Maul lights. Oh, also comes with angry Grinch face. Nice. Wow, so that'd be 3 Thanos. Talking about the bad guys, what am I going to do with 3 Thanos? I wonder if one of them, I don't know. You know what? You know what I thought was the most messed up thing, and it makes complete sense. When they killed Vision more or less, and or destroyed the what was it, the Soul Stone that he had in his head, and Scarlet Witch had to do that. And then Thanos literally just uses the time zone, spins it back, and then recreates the stone and kills him. Oh my God! What a mind mess that was. Sheesh, that just blew my mind, man. Thanos, he's crazy. That dude's insane. So I don't know. I don't have much else for you guys. Kind of milking the clock right here. I don't know what to talk about. We went through a room tour yesterday, or last week. What do you want? I think I'm going to get me a couple more of these toys boxes. My bank wallet is about to be broke. Y'all are over there on the Hot Toy side, aren't you? Looking at the Thanos and the Mark 85. Drooling. These are bookshelves, by the way. So a bookshelf is like, I don't know, 10 inches deep or something to that effect. So I don't really have the room to display all the stuff I'd want on them. And the height on them also is like 12 and a half, 13 inches or something. So you're really limited to displaying the figures in here. And I really need to get some Detolfs. But it's so funny, it's so difficult to spend $100 on a case, which is like 1/2 or 1/3 of the price, or now 25% of the price, compared to, you know, the figures. So I've not done that yet. I need to. I need to get me some Detolfs and lights, and I need to dust all my figures. So nothing? You guys ain't got nothing for me, man? What's going on over here? Anything? Looking at my figures now, I really don't see anything that I haven't already talked about. It's funny, the fan's blowing and my little capes are blowing on my Vision and my Hela and my Thor. Why didn't they ever make a Cate Blanchett Hela sculpt with her hair without the helmet? God, that'd be amazing. I've not even seen a third party make one of those. I'd love to have one of those. In game, I suspect next Friday. What's that, Rick? What happens next Friday, you think? Ah, yeah. Oh, they're coming, man. It's about to be broke time. They're gonna drop them all right here real quick. Evidently, obviously, as you guys have brought to my attention, both Thanos and Mark 85 have been announced by Hot Toys. I've seen the Mark 85. I can't get back into the Hot Toys site. Obviously, there's nothing on Big Bad Toy Store or Sideshow. It won't be until next week, Monday or so. Hot Toys is totally shut down right now. And I don't have my credentials on this computer to get into Facebook. Oh. Here we are, sneaking into Hot Toys. Oh, what in the world? There it is. That's Thanos, right? Ooh, let's see this. Come on, open up for me. I snuck into the Hot Toys site. Oh, man. What an exciting time to be a collector. It's taken it a while. Yeah, back to work. Well, how much was the Punisher War Machine? It was $440, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it's going to be that much or more without an accessory pack, right? So what was the Mark 50? Like $350 plus another something for $200 for the accessory pack or something like that to get the full deal. And even then, you don't even get the full deal. Like, what was it? I don't remember. There was something that he did that isn't in any of the pieces. I don't remember what it was, but I remember thinking, why didn't they include that? The hell, they included everything else. Yeah. Hot Toys, man. Hot Toys. Except for my kid pool. My kid pool, Deadpool, over the last couple of weeks, if you guys watch that. When I'm done with the kid pool, Deadpool, make no mistake, I will make a real video, high definition, 4K, showing it off so you can really see all the detail. These videos I know that I'm doing with you guys on a weekly basis, they're filming in 4K, but by the time it gets uploaded here at my house and up to the web and gets down to you guys and actually gets displayed on YouTube, it doesn't coming out until anything like maybe 720 and not even that great quality. And it's so funny talking about 720 being bad quality because the entire time I was raised growing up, broadcast television was 270 lines of horizontal resolution, by the way. And the big deal was when it wasn't called high definition back then. It was called Super VHS or High 8 or Betamax. What was it? Super Beta. When they came out, they were broadcasting, or they were filming at, I think, 330 or 410. I think it was 410. 410 lines of horizontal resolution. Oh my God, that was like that was because it was a higher quality than broadcast television was. And then, you know, with the high definition that came out, 720 became, the big deal. Now you look at something 720, it's like, really? That's it? That's all you got? You know, we want that 1440 4K. So, anyhow, that's what I film. I film with my Sony in 4K. And make no mistake, when this kid Deadpool is done, he will get a 4K video. And because I'm really proud of him. A lot of work went into that guy. And when he's done, it'll be even more so. And I'm really digging on the Deadpool. I'm happy to see the Fox merger with Disney. Disney pretty much said they're keeping Deadpool for fact because he's a moneymaker. Come on, give me a break. But it's sad that it looks like all of the X-Men are gone. The other X-Men are gone. So, and I think that I had remember hearing that Hugh Jackman was done with all that anyhow, and then he made another movie. So I don't know where he is in that regards. He seems to be making a lot of videos with Ryan Reynolds. So maybe he might be able to talk Disney into continuing that. But I don't know. They just screwed with the X-Men universe so much so that I really don't even care that they're remaking it. It's like, yes, please do it. Fantastic Four reboot again, you know, one of those things. So it's kind of good and bad of it. But yeah. Me too, Rick. That's what I was saying. That head sculpt is right on target for that Mark 85. I love it too, and it's so funny. We've been doing this for a while. They've been doing it for over 10 years now. You know, and I've been raised with Robert Downey Jr., you know, him and I are about the same age. And so, you know, the Brat Pack and his, the rough times that he had back in the 90s, and, you know, watching all of his movies and watching him grow up. And when he started the Iron Man movies, he still looked relatively young-ish, if you will. You know, he didn't look like he'd been beat all to hell for the most part. And just watching him progress over the years. And Hot Toys has done a great job with that. Now, granted, the first figures, like the, what is it, the Mark 3 or 4, I don't remember which one, where it comes to the head sculpt, and the Mark 2, and the Mech Warrior tests that come with these head sculpts, Hot Toys are still coming about on their own as well. Hot Toys has some amazing artists over there in the Korea side that makes the head sculpts. And Ely Painter and So Young Lee and JC Hong and these guys, I am blown away nowadays. And that current day, or like you said, the old Tony, looks amazing. And it's going to be interesting. I'm all about the numbers. I don't know why that is, but I like displaying them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. But I think also at the same time I need to create some type of a display that shows Tony 10 years ago and Tony today side by side. That'd be interesting to see as a display. That's reflective. Shows you where things have gone. You know, when you watch somebody age right in front of you, and you can immediately go back to it and see where they are. But man, that sculpt, Hot Toys, dead on, man. Dead on. Can't wait till that comes out. Am I the only one that got hype, not by Mark 85 or Armored Thanos, but with War Machine in-game? Don't you dare tell me that they've dropped that figure too. The announcement of it. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. What? I don't see that. I've seen sneak peeks of the War Machine Endgame, and it appears to be 3 suits or more. It appears to be at least 3 suits, because the pictures that I've seen looks like there's lights in different spots on each one. So talking about breaking the bank, each one of those are $400 a pop. Jeez. And then if they have their little Quantum Realm suits for everybody, come on, I'm gonna go broke, man. It's gonna be 100 figures just from in-game. Where are we at? Let's see. Mark 7 diecast is $433. That's why I say that. Yeah, I think you're right on target, Rick. I don't think you're far from the reality of that. War Machine Mark 5 and 6 diecast will be $500. I think you're right. I don't know about. I think you're right. I don't think you're far from reality. Received my Thanos. It is amazing, but I was and wasn't hoping for endgame Thanos. Yeah. I'm with you. 3 Thanoses is a little much. It better be a. Let me have a look at this. See if it's opened up over here. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Slow. My computer slowed it. Oh! Hot Toys dropped again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Jeez, come on. Don't do this to me, Hot Toys. You guys are amazing. Anyhow, that Thanos better be. There better be some differences. For instance, the Doctor Strange. It broke my heart that I missed out on that. I pre-ordered it, and through Sideshow, of course, I had to pay the 10% deposit or whatever it was, $35. And when it came out, they're like, okay, you got to pay the other whatever it was, $250, whatever it was. And I didn't have it the day that it came out. And they hold it for like a week, and then after that week, they canceled it on me. And I was like, you. So I ended up losing my deposit. But then I talked to myself out of it. I was like, yeah, you know what? The only thing that changed really is the head sculpt. For the most part, it's the same figure. I think you get the little ribbons. I forget what that's called. And I think you get an extra cast. And I think you get an extra hand. But other than that, it's the exact same figure. The head sculpt looks nice. I like that. So I go back and forth on that. Hating that I missed it. I mean, it's out there, but you know, I'm going to pay for it. But then also just saying to myself, yeah, but it's really the same figure. And that's kind of where I am on Thanos in-game. I mean, it better be a big deal. Because he ain't going to be cheap. He's a big figure. He's going to be as expensive as an Iron Man or a War Machine just because of the size of him. Zero Time was amazing, but I wasn't hoping for in-game. Thanos now, I have to get another damn Thanos. There's addiction Marvel and Hot Toys. I'm with you, Rick. I'm with you, man. I love the smell of a new Hot Toys. Hold on, hold on. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Brand new Hot Toys. I'm with you. I know that sounds weird, but it smells glorious to me. As they gonna make 51 through 84 die? Yeah, I was wondering the same thing. Are they naming it the 85 because that's where they are in the comics? Because I think I remember someone telling me that Mark 85 was where they were in the comics. And the actors and Kevin Feige and all the guys that are involved with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they really seem to immerse themselves. And Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds, they seem to immerse themselves in the characters. They all give the impression to me that they've done their character study. They've done research into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They've done research into the Marvel Universe to learn the character that they're portraying. And they've made a lot of changes. Like Nebula went through a lot of changes, and Domino went through a lot of changes. So sometimes they go through major changes. Sometimes, like Tony, it's like a dead on, you know. But I get the feeling that they do a lot of research into their figures, their characters, through the Marvel comics, through the creation of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And, of course, they put their own spin on it. And that's my question. Are they at 85 in the comics? And maybe that's why they did that. Will there be a 51 through 85? Will we get the 48, 49 answer that we really crave? And I'm really craving. Hey, morning. What's going on, Robert? Welcome, man. AK-187, son. The smell is nice. You're not weird. I'm with you, man. We all knew a new house just for the whole in-game. Yeah, right? Drop $20,000 on an addition to the home just to make a collection room. Some of you guys, your collections are amazing. I mean, I'm jealous of some of your collections because of how you've got them displayed, the room that you have to be able to do it on. I mean, I'm limited to half of a bedroom. This is a bedroom that my wife uses for her personal space, and I kind of encroached upon it, and she kind of resents me for that. Just living in a modest home, 2 bedrooms with a little bitty study and 2 baths, nothing fancy. It's just very modest here in the United States, because I don't make a lot of money, and but the home's paid for, so money that I would normally be spending on a mortgage is spent on a car payment and buy Hot Toys. So I'm not rich by any means. I don't want any of you guys to think that I'm well off and that I'm kicking it. I mean, I'm not poor, not, you know, but I live paycheck to paycheck, literally. And like I said, I wasn't even able to get that Hot Toys Doctor Strange, and I've had to talk myself out of it. And that's what gets real scary with the dropping of all these figures right now, because it's going to be really difficult, and it's tax time right now, and I had to pay my taxes. So I don't get my taxes taken out on a weekly basis and then get a refund into the year. I cut them a check for several $1,000s in taxes. So there's no refund that comes through in my house. So it's going to be real difficult for me right now. And that's kind of how, also why I lost my interest in making the YouTube videos every single day or every single week that I was making before. Because, dude, I would spend hours, I would say 20 hours or more a week producing, creating, researching, editing, uploading a video onto YouTube. And then YouTube would demonetize it. Now, I wasn't making a lot of money off of them in the first place. $1, maybe, off a video that I would spend 20 hours on. And I was happy with that. You know, it adds up. You get 100 videos, you get $1 out of each one of them. I think they sent me the 1099 from Google was like $400 for the year. $400. What is that? $9 a week for 20 hours worth of work? And that was fine because it was a passion of mine, a hobby, of something that I enjoyed doing, right? So now the IRS has considered that a business. So now it's no longer a hobby, it's a business. So I got to pay taxes on that. And well, the worst part about it, though, was just the slap in the face or the kick in the rear of doing all that, spending on there, and then YouTube saying, yeah, you know what, we're going to demonetize this because we just don't think that it's suitable for all audiences, because it's talking about a war, or you're showing a woman, or they wouldn't never really give me an answer. Because if you don't have 10,000 subscribers, which I don't, you can't even talk to YouTube. You can send any type of message you want, but they really don't care about you. If you're less than 10,000, you're like a nothing to them. And like my friends Shartimus and Sean, that are hundreds of thousands of subscribers, even them, they don't pay much attention to. You know, they have someone they can actually talk to some degree, but still, they're like bottom of the barrel as far as they go. So it just was a real kick in the rear, and I was like, man, why do I even want to mess around with making all this just to be told they're not even going to promote it, they're going to monetize it for me, I'm not going to get nothing out of it. I think the highest grossing video that I made on YouTube ever was the video where I was talking about how to change the batteries out on a remote control for my Mercedes. And I think it's made in its lifetime, and the video's probably about a year old now, I think it's made in the lifetime $11. $11 is what I've made. So don't be fooled. I don't know how many of you guys are out there that have YouTube channels, so you know what I'm talking about. But the people will make these announcements that YouTubers make hundreds of thousands of dollars, or I'm funding these figures off of my YouTube channel. I'm not. I am not. So it's crazy. You know what the first thing YouTube says? Set up a Patreon account and have your subscribers pay you directly through Patreon. And I have a hard time doing that. Of course, I've got one and don't have a single subscriber, and I don't push it because I can't offer anything. And I just have a hard time trying to convince someone to give me money to do things. And here's the other kicker too. I'm not just collecting the figures. I also have to spend money on production stuff, lighting and cameras and whatever else, and for doing this, and the software to do the processing and all that. So there's more to it involved in all that, and no way does YouTube pay you back for what you've invested into doing this. And I uploaded my first video in 2015. I've been a member of YouTube since 2007. I uploaded videos years ago, but they weren't nothing. But I mean, YouTube videos in regards to this collection in 2015. So I've been at it now for 4 years, 4,000 subscribers, and $400 is what I got paid last year over the entire year. So don't it's not money in the bank. You literally is a passion. So sorry to be ranting on you guys, but that's the life of it. Let's see what I've got. I'm missing out on something here. Okay, here we go. Yeah, not right now, but it will, Siri. Believe me, Hot Toys not game missed this wallet. Yeah, right? Go to Facebook to see the new figure. I don't have my Facebook credentials on this. I will, and I don't know what my password is. I have it saved. I need to, if I do a password recovery over here, I'm going to be in trouble on my other computers. Final product Mark 50 is amazing. I was seeing those that JC Hong uploaded. I shared them on my 1/6 scale news and reviews Facebook site. I don't know if you guys have ever gone over to that, but I have a Facebook site that I post, and I don't know enough about Facebook. I haven't taken the time to realize how to run a Facebook page. So I have my Facebook page, Siri Emerald, and then I have a business page, 1/6 scale news and reviews, that I wish I knew how to operate. I wish I knew how to open it up to you guys so you could post things on there that would be related to 1/6 scale news and reviews. I wish I had an admin or somebody who wanted to help me out, or a moderator or something that would help me out on that. But I posted the Mark 50 final photos on that as well. And yeah, it looks really exciting. Armand, how you doing, man? Same dilemma that I got. Don't have a lot of money. I'm with you, man. And you know, when you're dropping $300 on a figure, that's why it's so nice now. If you guys haven't bought backwards, you know, if you came later into the hobby, which even I did, I didn't, like we said, my first figure was the Mark 17. And I think he was brand new, so that tells you where I jumped into it. So I had to go backwards from there to get the Mark 1 and the 2 and the 3 and all those guys as well. It's fun to hunt down these figures. You know, you get your grails that become, you know, your next obsession, and you know, then there's the Holy Grail. No matter what, will always be a proud accomplishment. Like my Mark III Secret Project is, I love it, even though it's falling out of favor, I think, to a lot of people. It's still an amazing, amazing piece, which I love and I'm glad to have. So, what do you think about Star Wars Episode 9 promo poster? Do you think Hot Toys is going to make the Knights of Ren? You know what? And I hate to say this. I think Star Wars has turned its back on me, so I'm not even going to go see the next movie. And I hate to say that. I didn't see the last movie, and I didn't see Han Solo. And I'm through with Star Wars. I'm sick and tired of that. I mean, I'm sick and tired. I'm done with it. And I hate to say that, because I've been there from the beginning. I mean, when Star Wars first came out in 1977, Christmas of that year, whatever it was, I was in 6th grade. I was like 11 years old. So I grew up on that. I mean, anything Star Wars was a big deal to me. I had the little Kenner figures when they first came out. I mean, I remember asking my grandma to hook me up with that. I think it was back then when those Kenner figures came out, the little bitty ones, 3.5s or whatever they were. You could get the initial 12 for, I think it was $12 or $20. I don't remember what it was. And you didn't even get them all shipped to you, because they were still being released one at a time. And you would, it was at JCPenney's was where I seen them, their little display they had up of them, and they only had like 4 figures that were even manufactured. So you were prepaying for something that wasn't even made yet, which back then was beyond belief. I mean, now that's the way it works with Hot Toys. You're paying for figures you don't even get. So I've been with Star Wars since the beginning. And in the last couple of years, to have Star Wars turn on me and tell me I got no business telling them what to do, telling me, which I haven't, but you know, that's the implication, that they're telling me that my opinion doesn't matter. I'm through with Star Wars, man. I don't even care. I don't even care. And I hate to say that, because like I said, I've been there from the beginning. I read everything that I could Star Wars. I didn't buy any of the books, so I didn't read any of the side novels. And I played some of the video games, some of the role-playing games of Star Wars. And, you know, I was a big Star Wars nut. And I still love the Astromechs. I'm still going to buy every doggone stupid Astromech that they make. Got the Hot Toys R2-D2 coming one of these days. I got the first Hot Toys R2-D2, which doesn't do anything but beep. But the new ones, like the Ultimate X, whatever they call it, the one that has every feature on them, I got it coming. But man, sorry to go off on a rant on Star Wars, but I'm so angry at Star Wars. I mean, I'm just furious at Star Wars. And I'm sorry to have to say that. So that's my opinion on Star Wars. They drop Cap and Ronin on the same day next week. I'm done. Jeez. Wait, are you seeing the price? Or are you just guessing that this was going to be in NK? I expect another accessory pack for 300, and not just a mystery weapon they haven't revealed yet for the spoilers, right? I came late too, right, Noble, right? Dropping all that money. Good sir. Have a wonderful day. I'm just enjoying your show. Armand, appreciate you, man. I love every one of you guys, man. I really do. I enjoy spending time with you. I thank you very much for your tolerance and watching me and sticking with me. And that's why I try to respond to every contact I get from you guys, because I want you to understand just how important you are to me. You know, it's a relationship. First off, in the 1/6 scale collecting, there's a passion in regards to that and type of a family in that regards. But you guys are part of my family now, for the most part. You know, so thank you very much. I'm glad to have you as part of the family. I love every one of you, and thank you very much for tuning in with me every week and chatting with me. Let's see. MCU is new big pop culture references, not just Star Wars. Yeah, I think you're right. As Thor would say, bring me in-game Cap. Right. I'm going to scream like a baby when I see the scaled armor of the Hot Toys Cap. Our hobby is slowly killing us financially, no doubt. And that's why I get so upset at Hot Toys for re-releasing the Mark 43 and the Hulkbuster. And I know you guys that wanted those figures and didn't have them when they first came out, because you may have come later or passed on it, are happy to have them. But guys like me, I want to know that they're not going to re-release that Mark III Secret Project. You know, that cost me an arm and a leg, and it's worth an arm and a leg. I would hate to see that come about, because why would you make it worthless, all this? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Yep, looking forward for First Scale Armor 2. I'm guessing the price for that Mark 85. Yeah, I think you guys are right on target. Oh, Mark, I'll maybe starring in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and Captain Marvel Part 2. She'll be playing a dyke part. Shakes my head, right? Jeez. The new in-game poster is showing Valkyrie. What? I love the Valkyrie character. I so want them to drop a Hot Toys Valkyrie. I mean, there's so many characters that they haven't dropped that they should. Nebula, Heimdall, just from thinking of Guardians and Thor. Happy, 10 years with no Happy. He's been there from the beginning. Hell, he directed the first one. I think he even wrote it. Come on, get with the program, Hot Toys. That new in-game poster show Valkyrie, right? So Hot Toys has to make her and Nebula, and if not, it means war. Right. We'll get them. Mark Hamill. There you go. Autocorrect. Auto type. Alright, so let's back up. What's the Mark Hamill? Oh, Mark Hamill may be starring in what? Mark Hamill might be in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. You're kidding me, right? I respect Mark Hamill. And I'll tell you why I respect him also. More so now than just over the years of him being Luke Skywalker. When the last couple of movies, or when the last movie was coming out, Mark tried to warn us. If you were to watch any of the interviews that he gave about the Star Wars movies that were coming out, he was letting us know that they've gone off in a direction which totally goes against what they've been telling us over all these decades. And I mean, they've pretty much made the Skywalker family crap when the whole thing was all about the Skywalker family all along. You know what I mean? They've turned him into a laughing stock. And it really was all about the Skywalker family. It really was. And now I don't even know what it's about. Rey, she certainly isn't a Skywalker, to the best of my knowledge. And Kylo Ren, who is a Skywalker, but not by last name. He is because his mom is Princess Leia, who didn't even have the Skywalker name. She was the Organa because she was adopted, because obviously, you know, that's where she was taken. But she's still a Skywalker, which made Kylo Ren a Skywalker, which was the whole storyline. But they're no longer the story, right? Rey is. She's the story. She ain't a Skywalker. So they literally turned all the Skywalkers into crap. They did this dismissing of Luke. You know, I imagine you guys have seen the movie. I'm trying not to ruin it if you haven't. They did this dismissing of Luke, and you know, it's just stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. But I respect Mark because he tried to warn us. He tried to warn us what they were doing to get us prepared for it. And so it'd be cool to see him jump ship, more or less, and come to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Obviously, it'll just be a figure that a character that probably won't get a figure. Like what's that dude, the Collector? That'd be another great figure to get. He was in the Guardians, or one of the Guardians, and Infinity War, and they killed him. But so many people, so many characters, so little figures. But yeah, Valkyrie, definitely. We need the Valkyrie. The reason they released back Mark 43 and Mark 44 is simple, Siri, because Hot Toys just want, yeah, fatten their wallet. Howard Chang, he's no idiot. That dude knows what he's doing. And don't care about collectors like us. What's going to happen, though, if they keep it up? Collectors like us are going to stop dropping this money. You know what I mean? And Howard's going to be retiring off of a nothing. The way you maintain your fan base is you maintain loyalty to them. I've got over 100 figures. And just average them at $300 a pop. Add that up real quick. And even if they only got 10% of that money, you know they got more than that after the production. Let's just say they only got 10% of that. That went straight into Howard's pocket. You know what I'm saying? So, I haven't even imagined till now how much Hulk will cost in Endgame, since he's bigger than Thanos. Is he bigger than Thanos? He sure is, isn't he? He's huge. Was he 16 inches? Is my Hulk? He's 16 inches. $18 inches. 18 inches. What does that equate to? 33 plus 17, so 50 centimeters, thereabout. I still need to get a an Avengers Hulk, or a Hulk with the brown ripped up pants, and not the Age of Ultron Hulk or whatever it is with the Tony Stark pants. I still need one of those. Still a lot of back collecting. I want to get the Spider-Mans also. Tobey Maguire, specifically Spider-Mans. It's all about the money. That it is. That it is. So guys, I've had you for an hour and a half. You guys got anything else for me? Let's see if I can get in the Hot Toy side again. Who's this? Oh, here's Thanos. Come on, give me some pictures. It popped up to the site, and I see all the little pictures here, but I can't enlarge in any of them. Enlarging? Enlarging? I can't open any of them. Just a black screen. Yeah, we've really bombed the Hot Toys site today, haven't we? Yeah, I can't see any of them. Oh my goodness. Jeez. Our advice to new collectors: get out now while you still can. You know, I don't know. I disagree. My wife and I have this conversation a lot. She tolerates my collection, but she is not a fan of it. She thinks it's money that I can be putting elsewhere, and I can't argue that. But I tell her that I'm not just saying this, it's the truth. I love my figures, and I find comfort and solace in them. I mean, I can come in here and just, any one of them, I can just take off the shelf and just hold in my hand and relive, you know, so much to that. You know, the movie, and appreciate the detail in it. And every now and again, some of them will be reposed. Most of them are pretty much in the pose that they are. For instance, my Mark 46 versus Captain America, he may always end up being in that pose. I'm not sure. I like that, where I have them fighting each other. But at the same token, he might come over here with the other guys and be in line with them numerically. So it is obviously a love for this, and I don't regret it. It is an obsession, and I'm already transitioning over to the Deadpool line, wanting to have a lot of Deadpools for whatever reason. I don't even have any idea why. Like, for instance, where's the Negasonic Teenage Warrior, or whatever her name is, and those figures as well. A little Russell, Juggernaut. Someone's gonna make a 1/6 scale Juggernaut. You watch. It'll be like Bullethead or somebody. They're gonna drop a Juggernaut. I'm gonna pick that up. I guarantee I'll pick up a Juggernaut. Listen to this guy, right? Have a good week, Siri. See you next Saturday. All right, Rick. Instagram has them on the website, right? Just go to Google, type in Hot Toys Instagram page. Yeah, I go there a lot. Yeah, because Hot Toys is shut down. You guys have shut down the Hot Toys site. All right, well, thank you very much, guys. Again, I really appreciate all of y'all tuning in with me and chatting with me, and I hope you guys love the show, and happy collecting, and I will see you guys next time in the next video. Bye.